Okay, we've got the beast of the question, which is the ice skater question here. So make sure you've read the question and then we'll dive in. So part A. Part A is looking at find the coordinates of the figure skater at the beginning of his motion. That is, we're assuming, is when t equals 0. All right, so let's think about x is 8 cos of 20t, so it's going to be 8 cos of 0. So that's cos of 0 is 8, so it's just going to be 8. Let's think about y. All right, so the y position is going to be 12 sine of 10t minus 3 pi, so it's going to be just 3 pi there, pi over 3, sorry, because we've got 10t is 0, take away 3 pi. That's going to give us, well, sine of pi by 3 is going to be root 3 over 2, so it's going to be negative, so it's going to be 12 multiplied by negative root 3 over 2, which is just negative 6 root 3. All right, so there's the x and y coordinates, so its position, so that position is at t equals 0 is 8 minus 6 root 3. Okay, part A done. Part B. So part B is to do with, make sure that fits, find the coordinates of the point where the figure skater intersects his own path. So that's there. All right, so we can use some clues here. We can know that actually you get an intersection when you cross the x-axis, so that's when y equals 0. Get that intersection there. So we're going to sub that in. So we're going to use the y equation, which was y equals 12 sine t of 10t minus 3 over pi over 3. So we'll put that through, and let's do that. So we've got 12 sine of 10t minus pi by 3, and that's equal to 0. Divide both sides by 12, so we've got this, 3. Now we're going to do inverse sine of both sides. Sine is 0 at multiple points. So it's going to be 0 at 0, pi, basically multiples of pi, including negatives. So we can say that 10t minus pi over 3 is going to be equal to lots of different answers. So we could go back. I know this one isn't going to work, but I'll just put it in anyway to demonstrate. 2 pi, 3 pi, etc. So we have to add on pi by 3 to all of these. When I add on pi by 3 to negative pi, it's going to be outside what we want actually here. We're going to get the negative value for t. So that's before he even set off, basically, this ice skater. So let's not be bothered with that. Let's keep going here. So we can kind of get rid of that one. So if we add on pi by 3 to all of these, and then we're going to divide it all by 10. So we're going to get values of t. So 0, add pi by 3, divide by 10 is going to be pi over 30. All right. Similarly, we add this on. So that's really, it's going to be 4 pi by 3. So it's going to be 4 pi over 30. Then we're going to get 7 pi by 3. And then divide that through. So it's going to be 30 there. So we've got these various different times here. Okay, so that intersection point happens lots of times because what happens with the skates will be going round here. We'll figure out which direction they're actually going in. They're going round and actually crossing that point multiple times. So it'll happen lots and lots and lots of times. So we can just pick one of these. So when t equals pi by 30, we can just pick out the x and y coordinates. Well, the y coordinate should be 0, so let's just figure out the x. So x is going to be 8 cos of 20t. So x is going to be 8 multiplied by cos of 20 pi over 30, which is just 2 pi over 3. So that's going to give me negative half. So we're going to get x equals 8 multiplied by a negative half. I could do it on a calculator as well. Gives me minus 4. So that intersection point then, or where it crosses their own path, so crosses own path at negative 4, 0.